Okay, so we are now here in graphing our first example a while ago. So we need to look into the different parts, no? So before we can graph the equation, please make sure you have the vertex, the focus, the endpoints of the latus rectum, as well as the directrix. Now we all know that the standard form that is based on the given problem is in terms of x minus h squared is equal to 4p y minus k. And then we arrive at the final answer, which is x minus 1 squared is equal to 4y minus 3. Okay, so we arrive at that certain answer. So before we can graph the equation, it's very important that, syempre, magbuhat ta og Cartesian coordinate plane. Okay, just bear with my graph kung dili siya mas straight, no? Okay, lisod gamay. Okay, so lisod gamay og gunit. Okay. Okay. Now, the first thing that we need to plot is actually your vertex. So your vertex is equal to 1 and 3. So this is 1 and this is 3. Am I correct? Okay. So this is your vertex. Okay. Now, please do take note that since we are using this standard form of the equation of a parabola, we all know that if in terms of x minus h squared is equal to 4py minus k, your parabola is actually facing upward or downward. Depends on the value for your p. So if your p is greater than 0, it opens upward. If your b is less than 0, it opens downward. That is in terms of x minus h squared. So since our p is equal to 1, and therefore that is greater than 0, we expect that our parabola is opening upward. So we will see later on if it's really opening upward. So next, after the vertex, let's go to the focus. Your focus is 1 and 4. So 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is your focus. Okay. After the vertex and the focus, your next thing, the next thing that you need to plot is also the endpoints of your latus rectum. So again, the coordinates are 3, 4, and negative 1 and 4. So that is 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3. 3 and 4 is this one. Okay? While the other one is negative 1 and 4. So negative 1 this side. So negative 1 and 4. Okay. Tama ba? No? Or kon gamay, no? Lingi gamay. So, if these are your endpoints, this is your 3 and 4, and this one is your negative 1 and 4. So, when you graph the parabola, starting from the vertex, going to one of the endpoints, and form a curve, and gikan sa vertex padong sa one of the endpoints, draw a curve, and then after that one, you will form the parabola itself. Another thing is you need to look into your directrix. So the directrix is equal to y is equal to 2. So your directrix is y is equal to 2. Where is y? This one is equal to 2. So that's 1 and 2. Okay? So again, your directrix is equal to y is equal to 2. This is your directrix. Now, since this is your directrix, you will form a line. Okay? Practically, a line. Okay? Since siya sa line, kay more ni curves siya. Okay? After that one, your directrix is actually perpendicular with your axis of symmetry. So when we say axis of symmetry, it forms a line that intersects the focus and the vertex. So just draw a line that will intersect the focus and the vertex. So this will serve as your axis of symmetry. Okay. And then that one. And then, by showing the endpoints of the latus rectum, we all know that the endpoints or the latus rectum is perpendicular with your focus as well as the axis of symmetry. So you just form a broken line that will serve as the endpoints of the latus, to connect the endpoints of the latus rectum. So, if you observe, again, so that is the graph of the equation. So again, this is your directrix, y is equal to 2. This is your vertex, which is 1, 3. This is your focus, which is 1, 4. The two endpoints of the latus rectum, and your directrix y is equal to 2. Now, there are always a hint to check if your answer is correct. Okay? Now, first to check is the distance from the vertex to the directrix is equal with the distance from the vertex going to the focus. So, which means the vertex to focus is equal to the vertex to the directrix. So, pila ka units? Vertex to focus, pila ka unit? 1 ra ang distance. Vertex to directrix, 1 ra pod ang distance. So, therefore, they are equal. Okay. The next thing that you need to check is the distance or the length of your latus rectum. Yung tag-length kini sa latus rectum, ang kalayon sa tagsa-tagsang endpoints. Pila ka units. So, the unit, okay, to check if you have also the right endpoints of the latus rectum, the endpoints of the latus rectum is equal to 4p. Okay. So, therefore, that is 4, and we all know that your p is equal to 1. So, the expected length is equal to 4. So, we will try to check if the length is really 4. Sa gikan sa endpoint to the other endpoint. So, let's start. You have 1, you have 2, you have 3, and you have 4. So, therefore, our equation, our graph is correct. So, again, this is the graph of our parabola wherein you have the standard form x minus 1 squared is equal to 4. Quantity y minus 3, or again, this is the graph of the parabola x squared minus 2x. So again, that is the graph of the parabola x squared minus 2x minus 4y plus 13 is equal to 0. Thank you.